Hey everyone, it's Travis Barrett with Kiwi Apps. Today I'd like to show you our application called Key Quantity. Key Quantity helps you manage quantity, hence the name. The goal of this application is to manage quantities that you have and to be able to not have quantities be out on listings. The first thing I'll have you do is go to the Config tab at the top, and here it'll show you what your email address it wants you to be notified on. And again, this email address is taken from eBay, but again, you can also change it to whatever email address you'd want. And we have it set up by default for the rule to delete when an item ends, because generally you do not want that rule to be sitting there for any periods of time after the item is done. So that's set to 0. And then notify me if an item ends but had inventory left over. So what that means is if you have an item that, obviously if you had an item that ends but you have had extra quantities of items that you have to be relisted or posted, you would have this marked as yes. Show the SKU fields, we keep that as yes. And then process auto rules upon listed, and we want to mark that as yes. So when that gets listed, we want this to come through here and look at all the auto rules that we have. We only have one, and we want it to process when it's listed. Again, auto rules upon item revised is marked. So if you go in and change the title, say we have an item we didn't put the title of wig on there. We go into that item on eBay, click revise, and edit the title to put wig or wigs. It will now be found, and we want that to be yes. So when we update that on eBay, this comes through and refines that for you. And then go ahead and click save right there. And if you go to the rules tab at the top, we're going to create a rule for our items. So you clicked on rules, and you're going to click on add a record. Alright, and now we're going to, when a rule gets put in, we want this generally to be on yes, unless, for example, you want it to, if it's on no, the rule will get created, but it will not be activated until you go into each of the rules manually and go to that certain one for that item number and click on activate. And the comment we're gonna put this is a test rule for video. Here we go. Alright, now that we got the item ID in there for us, we want our keep at quantity to always show 1. That way the customer feels like they're getting the last one and the best deal. And the revised below quantity, we want to keep that at 1 also. And our on hand, we're going to change that to 50. So we currently have 50 of those on hand. So every time this sells, and then we want to notify, and this gets below 1, change that to yes. So every time this sells, it will automatically add 1 more from the 50 that it has here, and this will go down to 49. And then you go ahead and you click on save. For some reason this is processing, so I don't know what is going on, but let's go back once. There we go. And I just went back and forward, and there it is. So then you click on save. Alright, and if we search that item number, it will show us that we already had one right here, exact same, and this is showing current quantity at 0. But if we go ahead and we click on apply filter, this takes a second or two. See, it's showing 0 there. So if we went for current quantity, we want it to say 1. So you just type in 1, and the force current quantity update on save. This is generally marked at no because with auto rule it takes some time. So you just edited something and you wanted to update it right away manually. Click that on yes, hit save, and then that will show as 1 now. And you can tell this is the correct one I just made because right here it should show us there's a comment and it's not popping up. Well, this is the one I just made, so let's go to yes. And it says this one's a test rule for video. If I go back, look at this one there's no comment at all. Normally if I highlight over this, let it sit there for a couple seconds, it would say that comment that I just showed you. This is a test for video. So this is the one I already have, and I don't want it to conflict with any of our this other rule right here for this item. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and delete that. So just click on delete. Little checkbox for the delete button there. And then we're going to click on, it says right here, it's got one selected item, action, remove selected record. So we're going to hit submit. Okay, sure? Yes, I'm sure. Okay. And that rule that we just had created is now gone for that item. If you have a lot of items, this can be very time consuming. So please feel free to check out my next video of how to do the auto rules properly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.